everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to create or update ActiveCampaign contact on GoHighLevel form submission. So I'm an owner of a digital marketing agency, and using GoHighLevel, I have created a form with the help of which I collect all my leads data, and I use ActiveCampaign as an email marketing tool in my business. Here what I want is that as soon as by name of the lead, a new form submission is going to be done using GoHighLevel. I want to create that lead as a contact in my ActiveCampaign account. Now creating these contacts manually after the new form submission is done is very time consuming. So what I've done is I've simply automated this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. And here in this automation, I'm going to build a connection between GoHighLevel and ActiveCampaign with the help of it. So if you also want to learn about this amazing automation process step by step, for that let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to create or update ActiveCampaign contact on GoHighLevel form submission. So as an owner of a digital marketing agency, I use GoHighLevel to manage my leads and capture customers and leads information from forms on my website. And I use ActiveCampaign to run targeted email campaigns and automate my lead nurturing process. With this automation, whenever a lead submits a form with the help of the form that I've created using GoHighLevel, automatically that lead is going to be created as a contact in my ActiveCampaign account. This seamless integration keeps my contact list up to date and allows me to trigger personalized email campaigns instantly, ensuring my leads receive timely and relevant follow-ups without any manual efforts. And I'm going to create this amazing automation between GoHighLevel and ActiveCampaign with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the all Pabbly apps in front of you, in which you can see all the products that Pabbly provides, from which we are going to select this Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on the top right corner button right here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as Create or Update ActiveCampaign Contact on GoHighLevel Form Submission. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow, okay? After that, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I have created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select GoHighLevel Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this Create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Create or Update ActiveCampaign Contact on GoHighLevel Form Submission, and you can see that there are two windows in front of you. One over here says Trigger, other says Action. So what is Trigger and Action? Trigger and action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two principles. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means what is action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Lead Connector V2. Lead Connector V2 is GoHighLevel and Pabbly Connect. Okay, so I've selected my trigger application as GoHighLevel, that is Lead Connector V2, because I want that I have created a form with the help of which I collect my leads data using GoHighLevel. I want that as soon as by the lead a new form submission is going to be done using this form that I've created, automatically the trigger over here should capture the response of that. That is why for my trigger application, I've selected as Lead Connector V2, that is GoHighLevel. And for the trigger event over here, I'm going to select it as Form Submitted. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with the webhook URL. Now using this unique webhook URL, we are going to build a connection between GoHighLevel and Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below in the help desk. So firstly, I'm going to copy this URL from here. After copying the URL, I'm going to log into my GoHighLevel account and open the form that I've created using that. So as I've opened this form right over here, I want to connect this form to Pabbly Connect. In order to do that, I'm going to go back right over here. After going back from the left side of the panel, I'm going to go to this automation section right here. After landing on the automation page of my GoHighLevel account, I'm going to click on this create workflow button and click on this start from scratch option right here. As I'm going to do that, this workflow is going to appear in front of you. We are going to rename the workflow. So the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as new form entry. This is the name of my workflow. Firstly, we need to add the trigger. For the trigger over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for the trigger over here as form submitted right over here. As soon as the form submission by the lead is going to be done over here using GoHighLevel, automatically this trigger is going to be activated. Now in this trigger, I want to add a condition of a specific form that I've created. For that, I'm going to click on this add filters. For the filters, I'm going to select it as form is right over here. I'm going to select the specific form. I have created a form in the name of contact form. So I'm going to select this form from here. Now whenever this specific form submission is going to be done for this contact form over here, this workflow is going to be triggered in my GoHighLevel account. Okay, so I've done that and I'm going to save the trigger. As now the trigger for form submitted is done, I'm going to add an action. I'm going to select the action over here. I'm going to scroll down as webhook right over here. Now for the webhook, I'm going to select the action name as webhook. Post is the method right over here, and for the URL, I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. Okay. After adding the webhook right over here in this workflow in my GoHighLevel, I'm going to click on the save action button. So as now the trigger and the action in our GoHighLevel has been created, I'm going to publish this workflow from here by toggling this button on and click on the save button right over here to save this webhook. As now this workflow has been saved, come over here. If I'm going to go back to all my workflows, you can see this workflow of the new form entry has been published and successfully activated in my GoHighLevel account as this workflow is added. As now the webhook URL is successfully added to my GoHighLevel account, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down. It is saying waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether GoHighLevel is connected to Pabbly Connect or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the test form submission using GoHighLevel. And after doing the test submission, I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of the test submission being done or not. Okay. So now let us do the test submission. For that, from the left side of the panel, I'm going to go towards the sites section. After coming to sites, I'm going to go to the forms section. So this is the form that I've created in the name of contact form, and we are going to do the test form submission of this form right over here. So over here, this is the form that I've created. You can see right over here using GoHighLevel, with the help of which I am collecting my leads data. Now let us do the test form submission right here. For the first name of my lead over here, I'm going to write it as test. For the last name of my lead over here, I'm going to write it as lead. For the phone number over here, I'm going to enter a dummy mobile number right here. And then for the email over here, I'm going to write it as testlead44@pabblytudes.com, and for the organization name over here, I'm going to write it as test company. Okay. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on the submit button to do the test submission. It says thank you for taking the time to complete this form. As now the test form submission is done, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down, and yes, you can see over here the response of the new form submission has been captured in our trigger. Now let us tally the response. For the phone number, I've received the mobile number, time zone is Asia, Calcutta, location is over here, this is the location, this is the location ID, full name comes over here as test lead, last name is lead, first name is test, email is testlead44@pabblytudes.com, date and time of the form submission being done, country over here comes over here. If I'm going to further scroll down, we have the company name, that is test company, with all the other details. So as now the response of the form submission has been captured in our trigger, this means that GoHighLevel is connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. My objective is that as soon as the form submission is going to be done by the lead using GoHighLevel, I want to create that lead as a contact in my ActiveCampaign account. Now for that, we're going to set up our action step, in which for the action application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as ActiveCampaign. And for the action event over here, I'm going to select it as create or update contact, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, it is asking for the API key and the URL. So now from where I'm going to have the details, the API key and the URL. For that, log into your ActiveCampaign account. After logging into your account, from the left side of the panel, go to the settings option right over here. After coming to settings, as we want both the API key and the URL, for that, from the left side side of the panel, go to developer option right here. As you're going to land towards the developer's page, this is the URL and the key. Copy this URL from here, paste this URL right over here. In the help desk it says we have to paste the URL without the https // so I'm going to remove the data from here. And for the key, I'm going to copy this key from here and paste it right over here and then click on this save button. As I've done that, you can see I've successfully connected ActiveCampaign to Pabbly Connect. After connecting over here, it is asking for the email and all the other details with the help of which we are going to create a new contact in our ActiveCampaign account. So for the data of these fields, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. Now what is mapping? Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how it works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, this was the previous step. As I'm going to click on it, this is the same response that is captured in our previous step. It is asking for a contact's email, the email with the help of which we are creating a contact. So over here in the response, we have received our lead's email and I want to create this lead as a contact in my ActiveCampaign account. So I'm going to select the data of my lead from my previous response. As now I've selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped, and as I have mapped the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Similarly, for the first name, I'm going to map the data of the first name. For the last name, I'm going to map the data of the last name. For the phone number, I'm going to map the data of the phone number. It is asking for the tag ID. I do not require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. For the list over here, I'm going to select the list as new leads right over here. It is asking for the account ID. I do not have that, so I'm going to skip the part. And I also don't have the job title, so I'm going to skip the part. And then simply, I'm going to click on this save and send test request button right here. As I've done that, we have received a response, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign account. This is my ActiveCampaign account contacts page. I'm going to refresh this page from here. Now, as I'm going to refresh the page, you can see a new contact in the name of test lead has been successfully added in my ActiveCampaign account. Name is test lead, email is testlead44@pabblytudes.com with a dummy mobile number and all the other details. And this lead has been added to the list, new leads you can see right here. As now, the contact is successfully created in my ActiveCampaign account of the lead who have done the form submission using GoHighLevel. This means that we successfully created a connection between GoHighLevel and ActiveCampaign with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner for digital marketing agency. Over here the trigger I've selected as lead connector V2, that is GoHighLevel form submitted. As now whenever by the lead form submission is going to be done using the form that I've created using GoHighLevel, automatically the trigger over here is going to capture the response of the form submission. For the action I've selected as ActiveCampaign create or update contact, as now this lead who have done the form submission with the help of this action step is going to be created as a contact in my ActiveCampaign account. And with the help of Pabbly Connect, I built a connection between these two applications in this manner. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.